So it's Monday, the 29th, July, and starting things off right here. Get a video done out and early, uploaded today, and I should be good to go. I'm on my way to one of the offices now. Just managing my time and stuff regularly, I guess you could say. Got a couple meetings this morning, and hopefully I'll be able to head back to EP to get some things done. Really try to organize what I'm doing, things of that nature, But I'm all right. I am feeling good. I'm feeling all right, actually. Not much to complain about. I'm gonna get that off my eyes. There you go, so you guys can see me better. Not much to complain about, really. Well, it's not really complaining. I don't have any feelings to really discuss this morning. It's early in the morning, and nobody got time to be discussing their feelings this early in the morning. So I really don't have much to say, man. It was a productive weekend, I guess. I had to, again, it was the normal laundry and things like that. But we ended up going to Ridley State Park and walked around. We did a little bit of, not really hiking, but we walked the trail for about 2.5 miles. So it was pretty good. 2.5 miles, and it was in 38 minutes or 40 minutes, something like that. It felt good though. It felt nice to be out and about. Sean and I just kind of spent Saturday together. We went to Philly, got some water ice. And there was a crab truck on the side of the road, and Sean went and bought crab. Nothing too extravagant or anything like that. It was a good weekend though. No complaints at all. So I'm just on my way into the office and just trying to wrap my mind around everything I got to get done. I got to get to Riddle Hospital someday this week. I also need to get to a couple of things. I need to get to a couple of places, So I am going to make some phone calls after my meetings this morning, get to where I need to be, and really see where I'm going to, or really see what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of days. The next couple of weeks, I got to plan out my weeks, because we are already on our venture to open up more offices. So with those projects coming out and coming in mind, I am going to need to really, really, really focus on them and be ready to move about across the area to get to those places and really see what I need to get done, and really do things in a different manner. This last project really taught me that, no matter how much I do, or no matter how prepared I get, and try to prep other people, I'm only as good as other people pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? We have been having a bit of a difference of opinions about the new phone systems and the messaging and the voice recordings, the phone trees and things like that. And these are things that I prepared and had done and had people review back in April. And I think it's because not only was it before any off of anyone's radar, but it was also it wasn't their concern. So I don't think they really understood how much it would impact them. But now that we have the phone systems, and I turned in whatever we reviewed back in April, now in July, all of a sudden everyone has a different, everyone has an opinion about how the phone system should be. But when I did present it to them, they had nothing, they didn't have nothing for me. For me, that's very irritating, because I try my best to make sure I cover all angles, especially if I take the time and share the information with you. We go over it, we look, you look at it, you place eyes on it. So I think from now going forward, this just lets me know that, when stuff like this is created, it needs to be signed off on. Like, I need everyone to look at it. I need everyone to have their eyes on it, and they need to sign off that this is what's going to be turned in, because I am never going to go through what I went through again with the difference of opinions again. It's not To say that it's not easy, or it's not that it's not easy. It just involves a lot of people to get things done in a certain manner. So when I took the time to prepare it and do things, and everyone was like, oh yeah, that's good, great, thanks for doing it. Only for them to later say, oh well, this is not how I thought it was going to work, and blah blah blah. It upsets me, because now I have to get other people back involved in the project that should have been done the first day it came out. There's one thing if we make changes while we're going through it, that's one thing. But what has been happening is that, what has been happening is that, people don't like the wording of certain things, which is very cut, clear, and dry, right? People, you have three options, you pick one of the three, you get routed to another one. The thing is that we had integrated the new system with an old phone tree that I didn't have responsibility of. And the person I did have responsibility of wasn't paying attention and didn't change it until and didn't change it at all. So that caused patients to get the runaround, and they would then end up at a different voice or a different extension. That person who owns that extension, trying to say this to keep it light, but needless to say, that person is not the nicest person to deal with on any kind of level. So she then complains, and because no one else wants to hear her complain, and no one else wants to then say, hey, you know what, I understand you're having an issue, but here's how to handle it, they just allow her to continue to complain, and they don't want to hear her complain, so then they complain to me or some of my other managers on a daily basis. And even after we give him a workaround until we can get it fixed, which we did, it was still an issue. So now we cut them out completely out of the loop. The issue with that is that now that extension, that old phone tree is still alive and well, right? That's their own. It's their ownership, and as long as people have that number, they have the opportunity of ending up with somebody else to that wrong extension. So as far as covering, my area of responsibility, it's said and done. But I, for one, really believe that people should really take responsibility of their areas, right? It's one thing to cover down. It's one thing to kind of help out and things like that. But I'm not just going to do all of your work or handle all of the items that you don't want to necessarily handle right now. Especially since, again, we went over it, we reviewed it, and it was meant for you to change those areas. And being that you did not change those areas when you had the opportunity, and being that you didn't want to, when I said, hey, let's get rid of the line, and now that these certain mishaps happen, it's not up to me to fix. It was never my area to deal with in the first place. Again, I don't mind covering it now. So, we made our changes without having to really just, cut the bucket, in a sense. But I just, the whole thing really escalated really quickly, and it was all because some certain people don't want to manage other people's expectations on how to handle things that may or may not have happened. And instead of that person then taking voicemails or just or taking messages and passing them off to the right people until we can get the area situated, they then decide just to complain. It doesn't make any sense to me. Not at all. Not in the slightest. So, but it is what it is. I'm not going to harp too much on it. I didn't even really want to speak about it now. But it is what it is. It's a new day. I'm not going to sit here and worry about it. I know the issues on my RN are fixed, but they do need to deal with it on their end to a point. So, all right. That's all I got.